Accent music instruction, yeah.
Welcome to Accent Music Instruction. In this video, you'll learn about time signatures. We're going to learn all different simple meter time signatures. In the next video, we will learn compound meter time signatures. And in the last video, we'll learn about complex meters, also known as asymmetric meters, sometimes called odd time signatures. Let's get to it. So time signatures have what I'm going to call main beats, which are then subdivided into smaller parts. So in simple time, each main beat is subdivided into two smaller parts. The most common time signature is 4/4. It's so common, it's sometimes referred to as common time. And that's often represented with a C. Instead of writing 4/4, you can just write a C. The 4 on top tells us that there are 4 beats in a measure. And the 4 on the bottom tells us that quarter notes get that beat or represent that beat. So in one measure of 4/4, we would have 4 quarter notes. The quarter notes are our main beats that I was talking about before. And they can be split into smaller beats. So our quarter notes are subdivided into eighth notes. So that makes it simple time. In 4/4, we can count 1, 2, 3, 4 for the quarter notes, and we can count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 eighth notes. All right, we're going to look at an example. This is the notation for the beginning of Back in Black by AC/DC. If we look at the drum part, we can see that the kick drum emphasizes beats 1 and 3, and the snare drum emphasizes beats 2 and 4. So those are our main beats. They're really emphasized by those instruments. And then the hi-hat plays eighth notes. So our hi-hat shows us that it's in simple time, right? Because it's splitting each of those beats into two smaller parts. Very clearly 4/4. If we look at the guitar part, it emphasizes beats 1 and 3. You can see those quarter notes happen on those beats. So in 4/4, beats 1 and 3 are considered the strongest beats. So it makes sense that the guitar would emphasize those beats.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
All right, the next simple time signature we'll check out is 2/4. So 2/4 just means 2 quarter notes in each measure. And just like in 4/4, each of those quarter notes is a main beat and is split into 2 smaller beats as eighth notes. So for 2/4, we can count 1, 2 for the quarter notes and 1 and 2 and for the eighth notes. We're going to check out Mozart's Rondo alla Turca, which is in 2/4. Looking at the left hand, we can see that Mozart keeps time with the left hand by just playing all eighth notes. Those eighth notes show that we're in simple time because they split up each main beat, beats 1 and 2, into 2 smaller parts. They also show us that he emphasizes beat 1 because he plays a low note on beat 1. He doesn't always emphasize beat 2 because it's not as strong as beat 1, right? So sometimes he emphasizes beat 2, but he always emphasizes beat 1 with one of those low notes.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1 and 2 and.
Okay, we're going to check out 2/2, also known as cut time. The 2 on top means that there's 2 beats in one measure, and the 2 on the bottom means that the half note gets the beat. So that's usually the hardest part for people to wrap their heads around, is that now the half note gets 1 beat. Everything still is the same relative to everything else, right? So a half note is always twice as long as a quarter note. So now that the half note gets 1 beat, your quarter note only gets a half a beat, okay? And that applies to all the notes. So that's what the 2 on the bottom does. 2 on the top is easy, 2 beats in a measure, right? So that means we have 2 half notes in each measure. Now those half notes are usually the main beat. So those half notes are split into 2 smaller parts, which in this case are going to be quarter notes now. We're going to listen to the Stars and Stripes Forever by John Philip Sousa, and I think that'll help show you how 2-2 is different from 4-4. Listening to it and looking at this notation, you can see that beats 1 and 2 are really emphasized, but the ands, or the upbeats, you can barely hear these chords that happen on those ands.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell.
Like and subscribe, if you like this video, then like and subscribe, yeah.